So today we're going to go over how to fill out your Type 1 non-irrigation grandfathered right application. So we're going to come over here under the Douglas AMA and we're going to click that link. And just like all of the other applications, we're going to ask you who you are. If you are the landowner applying for the right, choose self. If you're a consultant or an attorney filling out for other, go ahead and choose that. Today, we're just going to choose self. All right, it's going to take you to the opening page. Once again, we do have that disclaimer explaining the $75 fee for the application. The first option here is asking you if you're going to be submitting some statutory capital investment along with this form. Today, we're just going to click no, just for simplicity. And it's going to ask you about the primary owner information. If you're logged in under your profile, it should auto-populate all your information. Here, you just want to double check and make sure all the information is accurate. If multiple owners are applying under the same application, you can hit this box down here, and that will allow you to add extra owner information. We'll head to the next page. I'll just get rid of that. Alrighty. And just like all the other applications, we're going to ask for parcel information. So go ahead and add in the information for your parcel. And the acres associated with that parcel. Here under legal description, you're going to select your township range and section. I'll just put in some random numbers here. And as you fill out this information, it's going to build your legal description down in this box here. So as you're filling it out, make sure it as closely resembles the legal description you see on your deed as closely as possible. The next question is going to ask you for the GPS coordinates, which can be found on the county assessor's webpage. And question number 3 is going to ask you for the location of the water use if it's not in the parcel indicated above. So we're going to hit no for this one, but if you do hit yes, it's going to ask you where the location of that water use is. So you'll enter in the parcel for where the water is being used. All right, we'll click next. Again, it's important to remember not to use the back or forward buttons on your browser. That could just end up deleting all the information you've put in. So make sure you use the previous and next buttons. If you have to stop and continue later, you can also hit the Save for Later button, and this application will show up under your in-progress applications on your home page. All right, for question number 4, we ask for a map of the land described in question number 2 of the previous page. Question number 5 asks you when that land was retired from irrigation. So you can choose a date if you know the exact date, but if you don't know the exact date and want to give an estimated date, choose that date and go ahead and hit the estimated date box. Question number 6 is where we ask for the deeds for those parcels, so make sure to include those here. And for type 1s, we do require a development plan for the proposed non-irrigation use. And that development plan had to have existed at the time the land was retired. And this is a required question, and you go ahead and upload that here. Whoops, I forgot to upload a map, but it's good that it doesn't let you move on because that is a required question. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit next. All right, question number 8 is asking for the amount of groundwater used per acre for each year during the 5 years preceding the date that the land was retired. It's important to remember this is not total. This is groundwater per acre foot. I'm just going to put 1.5. If that number differs throughout the 5-year time frame, that's fine. If there was a year in particular that no groundwater was used, go ahead and put 0. Continuing on. Next, this question is similar to the other irrigation authority and grandfathered right applications in which we ask for well information. You'll hit add well information. You'll enter in the well registry number, the year it was drilled, and the measuring device type, if any. If the well is owned by you, go ahead and hit this box. If you have trouble finding your well registry number, you can always give our wells department a call. And this box here is just asking you to certify the information that you've added to the application. So here, make sure that all the information you've added is as accurate as possible. It'll ask you for the date, but typically it will auto-complete the current date. This next page is just a notice and some extra information about the application citing statutes. All right, this next page is your last opportunity to make sure that the information you put into this application is correct. So if you want to go back and double check, make sure not to use the browser back buttons, use this previous button here. If you decide you want to stop and continue later, you can always hit that save for later button. So go ahead and hit submit. And now we've arrived at the payment screen, which we will explain in another video.